Well, welcome to the 700 Club. President Trump is threatening to send the U.S. military to Nigeria to stop the slaughter of Christians. The Islamic terror groups have been targeting Christian communities there for decades.
Nigeria's government says it welcomes help in the fight against terrorists under certain conditions. Dale Hurd has the story.
After first denying the problem, the Nigerian government now says it would welcome U.S. help in fighting Muslim insurgents killing Christians, as long as its territorial integrity is respected. This after President Trump warned on Truth Social the U.S. military stands prepared to go into Nigeria guns a-blazing, claiming the country's government is allowing Christians to be slaughtered, and adding the Nigerian government better move fast.
On Nigeria, just wanted to ask you, do you envisage U.S. boots on the ground?
Could be. I mean, a lot of things I envisage, a lot of things. They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Estimates of the number of Christians killed in Nigeria from Muslim extremist groups and sectarian violence since 2009 are in the tens of thousands. Some claim it exceeds 100,000. Nigeria is split nearly equally between Muslims and Christians. But over the last decade, the violent terror group Boko Haram and other extremists have increased attacks in northern Nigeria. Nigerian broadcaster and political commentator Cyril Abaku said if U.S. involvement makes Nigeria safer, Nigerians would welcome it.
We are at a level where terrorism is now a global problem, and our communities don't feel safe. And so if we have support from outside coming to say, we want to work with you to help stem the tide, I think we should buy it. This is something that we should welcome, frankly.
President Trump also declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, opening the door for State Department sanctions. Sunday, churches around the world took part in the International Day of Prayer for the Persecuted Church. Ryan Brown of Open Doors U.S. says prayer is the most important thing the church can do for Nigerian Christians.
Our brothers and sisters, the thing that they have most asked for is to know that they are not alone. When the international body of Christ can come alongside on a day like the International Day of Prayer for the Persecuted Church, that sends a strong, strong message to our brothers and sisters to let them know they are not forgotten.
Dale Hurd, CBN News.
Well, let's send that message that they are not forgotten, and let's send it very tangibly. This is the fourth republic in Nigerian history, and the previous ones, it's marked by civil war, it's marked by turmoil, coups, uprisings, usually ending up with the military in charge. The last time a Christian was president was all the way back in 2015, and he's the first time in the history of Nigeria that there was a peaceful transition of power following an election. The two presidents since were Muslims, so the current president saying, well, Christians aren't being targeted, well, he's coming from a Muslim background, and he's saying, well, we're going to blame it on terrorists. But Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda are both active in this north. There's a whole strategy on the part of the Muslims in sub-Saharan Africa to create Islamic republics. And so that's what's going on. And it can be called a genocide, specifically targeting Christian communities in the northern part of Nigeria. I applaud the president for bringing it to the world's attention. And let's do whatever we can to help our Christian brothers and sisters in Nigeria. In other news, Israel received 3 more hostage bodies from Gaza yesterday. John Jessup has that story and more from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
That is right, Gordon. Israel confirmed the bodies belong to 3 soldiers killed in the October 7th attacks, including American-Israeli tank commander Captain Omer Nutra, Staff Sergeant Oz Daniel, a member of his tank crew, and Asaf Hamami, who served as the commander of the Southern Brigade Gaza Division. The return comes after Hamas delivered 3 bodies on Friday that turned out not to be hostages. 8 bodies still remain in Gaza, including 1 American. In Gaza, the IDF is working to eliminate pockets of Hamas terrorists in areas under Israeli control. President Trump told CBS 60 Minutes the Gaza ceasefire is, quote, very solid.
You hear about Hamas, but Hamas could be taken out immediately if they don't behave. They know that. If they don't behave, they're going to be taken out immediately. If I want them to disarm, I'll get them to disarm very quickly. They'll be eliminated. They know that.
Meanwhile, to the north in Lebanon, Israel continues to strike Hezbollah targets, killing 5 terrorists over the weekend. Well, here at home, elections in several states tomorrow are attracting national attention. A record number of New Yorkers have already cast their vote for the city's next mayor, and other heated political battles are playing out nationwide. CBN chief political analyst David Brody explains what's at stake.
Until just the last few months, nobody knew much about Zohran Mamdani. He most likely will be New York's next mayor.
The writing's on the wall. Mamdani will secure the victory.
GOP strategist Vanessa Simon understands New York's political terrain. The socialist Mamdani is up against Andrew Cuomo, the state's former governor, who comes with plenty of baggage. Republican Curtis Sliwa has limited support in liberal New York, which leaves Mamdani and his agenda as the one poised to win.
He's shiny, well-spoken, has great social media presence, and he's promising everything, including free, ice cream and lollipops.
Next door in New Jersey, it's a different story for the GOP, as Jack Ciattarelli has a real shot to become New Jersey's first Republican governor since Chris Christie almost a decade ago. It won't be easy, as Democrats significantly outnumber Republicans among registered voters. Still, Democrat Mikey Sherrill hasn't been able to pull away in polls. Further south in Virginia, Democrat Abigail Spanberger has a pretty comfortable lead over Winsome Earl Sears in the race for governor. One of the main strategies for Spanberger's team is to tie Sears to President Trump, thinking that will be the winning ticket. Walter Kurt covers Virginia politics.
They're hyper-focused on telling everybody about Trump. That's all they're talking about. I mean, if you go look at their campaigns, they're not campaigning on Virginia issues. They're campaigning against Trump.
The national media likes to run stories about how Virginia could be a bellwether state for how the nation views Trump and how that may translate into what next year's midterm elections may be like.
I don't think that's true. I think Virginia voters make their own decisions, and I think it's much more localized than that. It's more about what the Virginia voters actually think is going on in their state.
The other state to watch next week is California, where Proposition 50 would essentially allow the blue state's legislature to implement redistricting. If that happens, Democrats would most likely be able to flip 5 congressional seats from red to blue, improving their chances to control the U.S. House next year. David Brody, CBN News, Washington.
All right, thank you, David. Well, in Jamaica, survivors are dealing with severe shortages of even the basic necessities in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. CBN's Operation Blessing is in Montego Bay, working to bring food and water to residents of the community.
Hurricane Melissa passed through Jamaica and completely devastated what these people knew before. Hospitals, schools, supermarkets, roads, as you can see, they're flooded, roofs are gone. People are right now desperate. They don't know where they're going to find food. They don't know where they're going to find water. The children are hopeless and the parents are very much like so.
And we have been through many hurricanes, including Gilbert, which was a Category 4. We didn't have anything like this.
But this hurricane was really devastating. A lot of water, flood. Everyone is under flood right now. Nothing is good inside the houses. Everything is gone. Every single thing is gone.
We cannot get any food. Mega Mart right over there, they confiscate everything because they were flooded as well, and the food is contaminated. So the health inspector came in and said to confiscate everything.
Yeah, you can see behind me, they're cleaning the community, they're working to restore their normalcy, and Operation Blessing is willing and lovingly able to help them. Operation Blessing knew about this need and quickly mobilized our international team, and we've already set up a kitchen where we're providing hot meals to the survivors. We are here helping them get back on their feet with a warm meal, with clean water, with medicine. We're just ready to love on them. We've prayed already over the food with them, with the community, and yeah, they're just so thankful for us to be here. We were distributing a truckload of water bottles. People heard that we were coming with water, and they just came from all over. They dropped whatever they were doing, the cleaning stuff. They were trying to get mud out of their homes. They just dropped everything to come and get water. And we heard 2 things. We heard we need help, and thank you for being here.
We are grateful to everybody who are helping now and who is about to help, and wherever the help is coming from, we are very grateful. We are very thankful.
A welcome help in their time of need. Gordon?
If you want to be a part of that relief effort, it's really easy. All you have to do is call us, 1-800-700-7000. Say, I want to give to the Operation Blessing Disaster Relief Fund, just the basics of life, water, food, shelter, absolute need in Jamaica right now, and they need your help. They need our help. So if you want to be a part of it, you can call, or you can go to cbn.com. You can give a designated gift on the giving page on that website. You can also text OBDR to 71777, or you can write us a check and send it to CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463. Just put Disaster Relief Fund in the memo line, and your gift will be designated into disaster relief. Do it now. Let's be a part of helping people in tremendous need. 1-800-700-7000.